same time, we read this morning about this gas deal for bringing in liquefied natural gas from the States. And then we have Boris Johnson, who's very, very green, saying no to reparations. So really interesting lines from both of them.
Yeah, and I think what Rishi Sunak's going to find frustrating about this is the fact that Boris Johnson is probably now going to forever just be there on the sidelines making remarks. We even had it with when Rishi Sunak was deciding to become leader. Was Boris Johnson going to run? Wasn't he going to run? And he took all the headlines through that. We now have COP27. The headlines have largely been split between the two of them. I think Boris Johnson's probably had just as many headlines as Rishi Sunak. And as Prime Minister, he wants to make his mark. He's having to jostle for prime position against his former boss.
But it's interesting, isn't it? Because, certainly the lines we were getting yesterday were that Rishi Sunak would look at £200 million to be given to poorer countries to help them with green technologies. Now, whether that falls under the sort of idea of reparation or not, it's all a bit of a blurred lines. But the fact that Boris Johnson comes out with a line which is going to resonate much more clearly with the British public is very interesting.
Yeah.
From the greener Prime Minister, supposedly.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does mean that Rishi Sunak is going to have to fight to have his voice heard, because it's not just this. There are a number of areas where Boris Johnson has made clear what his views are, and we've had allies of Boris Johnson saying what he thinks and about manifesto commitments in 2019 that need to be honoured. And Rishi Sunak is going to struggle to make sure that his voice is well and truly heard.